It's your boy Stones. Welcome to this week's edition of Weekly Bugle. Those of you a fan of the Stephen King series It are in for a treat. Bill Skarsgård is returning as Pennywise in a prequel series on HBO Max called Welcome to Derry. And in this series, you're going to deal with the beginning part of Pennywise and how this demonic creature came to. You're going to have Barbara and Andy Masucci returning. They're the people that wrote the reboot series a few years ago. Are you stoked? Because I know I am. Remember a few years ago, we got the spin-off of the Predator series called Prey. But not only is director Dan Trachtenberg making a sequel to Prey, there's also a little spin-off they're doing called Badlands. And that's going to star Ellie Fanning. I believe she's the younger sister of Dakota there. We all know Dakota Fanning from way back in the day. Now, what this is going to be about is kind of hush-hush. Shh. Don't tell anybody. But I don't know about you. This stuff gets me stoked. I love the Predator series. Predator 1, Predator 2, classic movies. The other ones we kind of go into other places, but we've talked about it on Movie Madness and such. Are you pumped about this? Let me know. Now, unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, Giancarlo Esposito has been cast in reshoots in an undisclosed role in the next Captain America movie called Brave New World. Now, this is going to be the movie where we're going to see Sam take the forefront as Captain America, like we left off on Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, two of the big rumors I've heard is that Giancarlo's either playing Bushman, who's a bad guy primarily to Moon Knight, which would kind of make sense, because we got Mark Spector in the Moon Knight series. The other big rumor I'm hearing is that he's playing Nick Fury's brother, so he's going to be kind of like the dark Nick Fury or some shit like that. I don't really believe that. Bushman kind of sounds a little bit better to me than Jake Fury or whatever the hell his name is. What do you think? Let me know. Could be somebody completely else. Let me know in the comments. Another thing that happened a couple days ago is we got a trailer for Venom: The Last Dance. Now, fan of the series, kind of mixed and matched. It's the first one I enjoyed. It wasn't like getting something from the MCU, but I thought it was great. The second one, Let There Be Carnage, was absolutely, utterly forgettable, which is real sad because you had Woody Harrelson in that role as Cletus Cassidy. But now we got what I guess is the final movie in the Venom trilogy, and I don't know, it left me with some questions, like, you got the symbiote being captured by the dude who plays Baron Mordo in the MCU, but didn't that happen in the MCU and not the universe that Venom went to? It makes you kind of scratch your head and wonder what the hell's going on. We did get a little tease at the cop that got the little piece of carnage in the last one. We might see Toxin. You see the horse with the symbiote on it going through, which kind of reminded me of the T-Rex with the symbiote from the Old Man Logan comic series. I don't know. I'm just going to come in there and hope to laugh, smile, and expect what I've gotten from the rest of the series. Do you like it? Do you don't? Let us know. I'll watch it. So, sticking with the MCU of things, we were going to get Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, but with all the bullshit with Jonathan Majors, most of that has been scrapped from what I understand. But news is, you're hearing it here, Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, worked on Stranger Things, is in talks to direct this. And which is kind of cool about this is he was offered this back in March, supposedly, and turned it down because he was working at the end of the Deadpool stuff. Well, now things have moved around, and it looks like it's pretty much a done deal. And we got a little bit of a synopsis here. Let me read it for you. Some sources close to the project say more than 60 MCU characters could reprise their roles, including everyone from Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, and Benedict Cumberbatch, to Tom Hiddleston, Simu Liu, Karen Gillian. Unlike the first four films, which were about a core group that consisted of Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Hemsworth, and Ruffalo. Many of the characters in this film would have equal footing, making it more of an ensemble feature instead of a handful of characters leading the screen. So this is telling me that we're going to get a whole movie that's similar to that Avengers Assemble scene. I am stoked. Give me more Avengers. Give me something that's crazy, splash page, all over the place stuff. Give it to your boy. I want it. I want it all. The last bit of thing I want to go over with you guys is that on Disney Plus this week, we had the premiere of the Star Wars show, The Acolyte. Now, as somebody who is real skeptical about this, because I've had an oversaturation of Star Wars stuff, as much as I love it, I'm kind of ready to stay home instead of going to a galaxy far, far away. But this was dope. Like, I'm not going to get any spoilers, but it's a bunch of new characters. It's kind of a new thing for the Star Wars stuff. It's a kind of a prequel, in-between-quel. It's got Mandalorian vibes, but more in a samurai way than that is like a Western. Go watch it if you dig Star Wars stuff. Follow the show, like, share. If you're not into this shit, somebody in your life is. Help us out. Follow us. Mondays, you got the Todd and Joe Morning Show. Tuesdays, Wrestle Fandom Radio. Wednesdays, Movie Masterpiece Theater. Thursdays, you got this with the Weekly Bugle. And now Fridays, you're going to have the Not So Final Girls and the Stepping Stone Show. Your week's full of stuff from the Niche Nerd Network. Follow it, like it, share it, do everything. It's your boy Stones. And guess what? Deuces. Bye, nerd.